Alright, so energy converter builds are kinda useless now. Not entirely, but since some of the the main one you'd use it for, shards of Galanor, since it got nerfed slash reworked, it doesn't really energy converter kind of is useless, and I'll explain. So first of all, energy converter is a mod. You need void, and long story short, depending on how many stacks of charge of light you have, when you throw your grenade, you'll get a portion of your super capping to the first 50%. That line is very important. That's why this change of shards kind of killed this build. But essentially, what you want to do is have a high intellect stack. Um, you'd want to have, ideally, I could make this build better by having a another solar like class item or boots. Because what you want to do is you want to run energy converter, obviously. Supercharge just gives you 2 additional stacks of charge of light, and then you'd want to run hold on, you'd want to run charged up, which would give you, hold on, yeah, which would give you another one, so you'd be capped out at 5, and I think at 5 stacks you get 50% receiver, I think, or maybe not. I'm assuming it did. Um, so yeah, that was the point. So you'd get some. So again, for me, the way I get charge of light is by picking up orbs. Then I have stacks on stacks, so basically double it. So all I have to do is pick up 3 orbs or just 2 orbs, and I'm basically at the max. And then I'd throw my grenade. Oh, I wouldn't do that. So once I'm at my max stacks, I'd get my super. I'd blade barrage, and the way Shards of Galanor used to work is there's actually a bar, there's actually a text that pop up saying super restoration, and depending on how many people you hit or killed your blade barrage, the timer could be like from 1 to like 3 seconds, and during the time your super bar would slowly regenerate. And now what made this unique compared to the other super regen exotics is that the reason why you couldn't really use energy converter on Ursa was that when Ursa ends, because that's the Titan exotic that lets you, when you block a banner shield, the damage you take gets converted into super energy. That's capped at 50%, right? Now, but the way it works is as soon as your super ends, you get that chunk back. So again, energy converter wouldn't work because if you got the maximum amount of it, you'd be at your first 50%. So energy converter would be useless. Same with the other ones like Storm Dance's Brace, Phoenix Protocol is a little bit different because your super bar is empty, so I guess you could work with that. But I didn't see a lot of people use it. Most of the time I see people use energy converters with Blade Rush because again, you would get your stacks charge of light, throw out your super, and while that bar and right like as soon as you throw out your super, you would immediately chuck your grenade to get your first 50. Then the super restoration bar would pop up, and then it would slowly go all the way up to the top, or almost like cap you out on your super. That's the idea of the build. So I'm gonna show it off real quick. That just wasn't part of my build. I just put it on here to get my super back faster. But the catalyst, like, it works. But you see how I picked up an orb and now I'm at like +4. This is the cap for me, by the way. So again, ideally, what you would do, like before the change, because the way Charge of Galanor has been changed now is that it's like Ursa, where you instantly get your super back on hits. So you do this, and then immediately throw your grenade, and that would get me, I'd say maybe like 75% of my super, because the super restoration thing would go off, and you know all this other crap. But you notice how you don't see the super restoration text on anymore. So what they changed is that it's instant. Shards of Galanor instantly refills your super, which again kills the build because the reason why it worked in the first place is that Shards of Galanor didn't instantly refill your super. Shards of Galanor was also nerfed to be capped at 50%. So overall, it's like the rework. It's in a sense, it's more user friendly because again, if you were to die at any point when it's just super restoration, you wouldn't get any super energy back. So now it's just instant, so you just get it instantly. But it kills off the whole entire. Well, if I plan and use some mods, I can actually just chain my super back to back, which kind of sucks. Again, I'll show it one more time. I'll show you what the change is. Like kind of wish I had a older for it, but you can probably look it up on YouTube. Like just Shards of Galanor before they got changed. Yeah, so let me just find like an enemy or something. Well, not him. I want to hit like a bigger target. Yeah, these guys will do. Yeah. So when you did this, see how it just instantly gave me all my super? Normally, the Overcharge Galvanor, that bar would slowly fill up, and then I'll be able to chuck my grenade, and that on top of the Super Restoration will give you a majority of your super back. So this build is pretty much, it's not completely pointless. Like, for instance, let's say you're starting an activity and get charged, and you get time side, charge of life, then I can chuck my grenade and get 50% of my super. So it's technically not useless, but it definitely lost its super chaining capabilities. Like, for instance, I'd use this in Vault of Glass during Atheon, although it's still actually, I'm actually curious now how it will work, because yeah, I'm actually curious how Shards of Galanor will work with Atheon now, because I think, because if you ever played Blind Well, or any activity where your ability energy would regen fast, for some reason with Shards of Galanor, I guess because the way it does like the super restoration bar, it just like almost instantly full your super, like you could just keep throwing it out. So I'll see in a Vault of Glass if that changed any like change significantly, but overall, I'd say the change of Shards of Galanor are just an overall net nerf. While yes, it's you get the instant gratification of your super. It kills off a lot of builds, or it kills off of this build, and there's like, kind of sucks. In terms of alternatives, there's not really any. Like again, I guess you could run Bad Juju, or again, you could still run the same build. Just when you get to the first 50%, throw your grenade, and then actually, you know what? That's actually a good question. I want to see something real quick. Because now I'm curious, because I'm thinking maybe the new loop is you throw your grenade first, then, no. Yeah, it wouldn't work that way, because I'm thinking like, what if you throw your grenade to get your first 50% and then you Blade Barrage? I guess? So let's waste this. Let's waste this. Alright, and then chuck my grenade. Yeah, I would say, even if you chuck your grenade first, that all it does is get you, yeah. Because again, you won't be able to chain it regardless of what you do. So, yeah. I mean, overall, like again, I don't think this really needed this rework. Blade Barrage has been asked ever since they nerfed it / reworked how the damage is calculated in PvE. Um, so yeah, that's one less build I could use on Blade Barrage. But hey, at least my fucking what thing they buffed? Hold on, they buffed one of these things. Yeah, at least Knife Trick burns for 1 more second. That's cool. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching.